Hello. Happy day. What day is today? Saturday? Doesn't matter. My name is Kayla with the Garden Groomer. Today it is December, but it's almost 60 degrees out here, or 50s. So I am taking advantage of the really warm weather and I'm gonna be planting some bulbs in the garden. If you haven't known yet, we just moved into this new space a few months ago, and to my knowledge, there's no bulbs on the property, so I'm really excited to get some going. While I'm installing bulbs, I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you some Christmas gifts I just gifted myself and Garden Groomer. If you haven't seen the video, I did a collaboration with my friend Corey with Up North Gardening, and we talked a bit about a couple of these items, and then I got so excited I just went on and bought them. So the main thing I'm using here today are coming from our friends over at Garden Answer. If you do not follow Laura with Garden Answer yet, you must. She's amazing. I love everything she does, and she's really good at it. So one of the things that I think she just came out with this year, is her kneeling pad. Now it might sound silly. I mean, you can get kneeling pads at the store for a couple dollars. They're, pretty economically friendly, but Laura's is different. This guy is amazing. It's nice and thick. It's 1 inch thick, and then I think the dimensions on it are 24 inches long by 18 inches wide. And the main reason that that's important is because it fits your whole body when you use it. So if I have this guy down, and if I'm going to be planting or weeding in one area for some time, I kind of want my whole body to be on the kneeling pad, so I can sit here and kind of do my work. And it's like better than the pillow I sleep on at night, if I'm honest. It has a nice big handle, so it's easy to kind of carry around with you, and it's really light, so you're not lugging around a really heavy item. They do come in a few different colors. I personally got a color that would stand out in the garden because I am notorious for leaving my stuff everywhere. The next thing that I ordered from Laura and Power Planter are these garden augers. We use garden augers religiously at Garden Groomer. We rarely use shovels anymore, and we've ordered our augers. We used to originally order them off of Amazon and just bought the cheapest one possible, but we quickly realized we use them so much that they would break or dull really quickly. Last year I found Power Planter. All their products are made here in the USA. Pretty sure they're made in Illinois. And they make these incredible 10 gauge steel augers. But then they partnered up with Garden Answer, and they made these augers that come in a really long length. Typically, their augers are about half this length, and so once you hook it up to your drill, which I'll show you here in a minute, you tend to have to bend over to be able to use it. And if you can imagine kind of bending over with this, heavy blade, after a while it gets pretty tiring. So Garden Answer, I don't know if she requested or asked or how that worked, but she asked them to make taller garden augers, and these are 36 inches tall. So if I'm standing up with the drill on here as well, I don't have to bend over to use this. I got the kit that comes with a 3, 5, and a 9 inch, I think. I can correct myself later, auger, which are great for, annuals, perennials. I'm going to use them today for bulbs. There is one more that's smaller, but the crew already came and snagged it because they're out working today, and they're obsessed with these augers too. So one of them is currently being used. So I've got the 5, I think the 5 and the 7 or the 9 inch here with me right now. But I figured I would also show you how we hook them up to our drills, because I feel like we get that question a lot as well. You can use smaller, like 1 and 3 inch augers with your standard home drill, like the standard drill that you would use to hang up picture frames in your house. You can use the smaller augers with those. But when it comes to the bigger augers, you're gonna want something a little bit more beefy. We already own 2 of these, but we use them so much that we needed another one, so I went out and got one. This is the Dewalt, because as I just throw it, just be careful, Kayla. The Dewalt Flex Volt mixer drill comes with a battery. Typically I think they're used for like mixing concrete and construction, but we use them to attach our augers and drill holes in the ground. So I'm going to open up this fresh boy here, and I happen to get the kit that comes with a nice bag to store it in, which is lovely. And I think it even comes with a battery and a charge pack. Yes, it does. All right, instruction manual. We don't need that. Okay. Oh, it feels so good to get another drill. I will admit, these are a little bit heavier than like your standard drill that you use at home. I mean, obviously it's a little bit more beefy, but this is the drill itself. Pretty much comes with no assembly, which is really nice. The only thing I do have to add on is the handle, which is really important to kind of just help you hold the drill. You've got 3 different places you can put it. So if you are left or right-handed, you can kind of go either way. I'm gonna stick it here on the right side because I like to grip with my right hand and just twist it on. Well, okay, just like that. Boom. So now I'm gonna hold it just like this to drill my holes. It does come with a battery and a charger. This kit's really nice. It comes with a 6 amp hour battery, which is really nice because it has a lot of power life to it. But of course it comes with 1 bar, so I'll use a different battery. Okay, attaching it to the auger. I'm gonna choose my smaller auger out of the 2. It's gonna be this guy. I think this is the 5-incher. And they have these little hex tips on them. Okay, it's a half-inch size for your drill, which is exactly what this drill bit is. And so all I'm gonna do, quite literally, is slide it on there. And then I'm going to tighten the drill. Give me a second. There we go. Tighten her up. Tightening it by your hand doesn't fully do the trick, so you do need to use a hex key. The drills do come with them. Mine's still in the box, so I grabbed one from another drill, and you pop it into these holes. Work smarter, not harder, Kayla. Okay. They got these little holes here with these little teeth that kind of pop right into place, and I'm just gonna use it to tighten it up really good. Good job. Okay. Never lose the hex key. So you gotta wait for more to come in. Okay, I'm gonna grab my battery. I'm using a flex volt battery, has 9 amp hours. These drills will only work with 60 volt batteries. So if you go looking at your batteries at home and it says 20 volt on it, it's not gonna be enough. You gotta get the big boys, which are truly worth the investment because they last so long. There we go. Okay. So now that I have my auger installed, oh, that's so tall, that's so nice. Now that I've got my auger installed to the drill and the battery installed, I'm ready to go. Works pretty much like a normal drill. You have a switch here that decides which direction you want the drill to go, and then your trigger to make her go. So the bulbs I'm looking at installing today, we do mass bulb installations for our clients every year, and I always just order a few extras just in case something doesn't come in or if I want bulbs at my own place. And so I've got a little mixture here. This is a big bag of daffodils. Let's see. It's 100 daffodils. It's the mixed trumpet variety. It's a mixture of yellow, gold, and white. They get 16 to 18 inches tall. They want to be planted in full sun to partial shade. And I think that's about it. Spaced 4 to 6 inches apart. These I'm the most excited about. These are Purple Sensation alliums. These are those big tall flowers with a nice purple globe on top. Let's see if it gives the height on here. Ooh, these are gonna get 28 to 32 inches tall, which is almost as tall as the augers, which is really great. It says plant 5 inches apart, 5 inches deep. And these came from Color Blends. And then I've got some little, I think they're hyacinths. Let me read here. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, little hyacinths. These are pale blue, a pale medium blue. They're gonna bloom mid to late spring, and they get 18 to 22 inches tall. So back in our back garden, which is where I'm at now, it's a pretty well-established perennial garden. Got a mix of shrubs and nice perennials. This is a full sun area. So I'm actually just gonna start with our daffodils back here. I'm wanting these to naturalize and spread, so every year they create more and more blooms. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop them open and start digging some holes. When it comes to placement of bulbs, I'm pretty lucky here. Like I said, this garden's already established. I like to install bulbs close to perennials. So that way, if you want to keep adding perennials to your garden, you don't have bulbs just spread out everywhere, but you're not going to come in and plant another perennial right next to this one. So if I come in here and plant bulbs all the way around it, that allows me the rest of this open space to come in next year and plant more perennials. I'm going to quite literally just dig in and give it a whirl. And if you know me well enough, you know I like to overplant everything, whether it's gardens or containers. So I frankly don't really listen to the spacing requirements on bulbs. I like them nice and clumped up together. So I dug about like a 5-inch wide hole here, and I'm gonna probably put about five or so bulbs in here. And you're gonna wanna put pointy side up. So I'm quite literally just going to place them in the hole, just like this. Boop. And then cover it up. Now we did just get some snow that melted, so our soil is nice and moist, but if you're in a drier climate, you'll want to water your bulbs in or maybe run your irrigation after you install them. That's just going to help them get settled and get into their spot. So now that I've got the first one going, I'm just gonna kind of keep on going until I run out of bulbs. Oh, that's a big one. One thing I do like about using the augers and drills for planting holes, I mean, it is minimal effort. The most amount of effort is picking up the drill just to put it in place. But like, I don't even have to push on the drill. It just kind of digs the hole for me. I mean, if I never have to own a shovel again, ever, I'd be pretty happy about it. Okay, I just got done planting in the back garden with as many bulbs as I wanted to stick in, but now I'm just gonna kind of walk around the rest of my property and finish planting these, take advantage of the nice weather that we have. One thing I did want to mention, so like I said earlier, our friend Corey and I did a video on gifts for gardeners, and I got really inspired to do some retail therapy after that. And I went ahead and splurged and got myself this leather gardening tool belt. We'll link the seller in the description. I honestly just got it off Amazon. But the one thing I really love about this belt specifically is it is so soft. It's so soft. I was terrified to buy a leather gardening belt and have it be really stiff and rigid. But this thing just folds and bends, and it's really soft. And I just planted, 75 bulbs so far, and nothing fell out of my pockets. And I didn't lose any tools, and I kind of forgot I was even wearing it, honestly. So if you're considering getting yourself one of these, do it. We're gonna go get our loose dog away from the fence over there, and I'm gonna keep planting bulbs. But for now, I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions about planting bulbs, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.